You cannot tell me that Kamala Harris hasn't been listening to the people, because she gets it. She said one of the most profound things, and mind you, it shouldn't be profound at all. But no matter if you're a Democrat, Republican, or independent, we know that this system is broken. And Kamala Harris talks about this with her interview with Stephen Colbert. Let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. So it's funny because you'll listen to some of these like leftist podcasts or YouTube channels, and they're all like, yeah, Kamala Harris is an elite. She doesn't understand. And da, 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 da. But this interview with Stephen Colbert, she's just talking like a regular human being, and she realizes the most important thing about our politics. It's broken. How do we fix it? And that's what Kamala Harris states in this short clip. Let's go ahead and watch it together, you guys. And please check out the full interview. It is on YouTube, the extended version. But because, they be striking channels and copyright claim, I can't play you the actual YouTube video. So here we go. Got to cheat the system, right?
Running for the governor of California.
Correct.
Even though in early polling, you beat every other candidate by double digits, you said you're going to sit this one out. Why are you sitting this one out? Are you saving yourself for a different office that might be?
No.
That's what everybody, obviously.
But honestly,
obviously, people project onto their
I
hopes and
understand,
dreams.
and honestly, that it's more perhaps basic than that. Listen, I am a devout public servant. I have spent my entire career in service of the people, and I thought a lot about running for governor. I love my state. I love California. I've served as just elected district attorney, attorney general, and senator. But to be very candid with you, when I was a young in my career, I had to defend my decision to become a prosecutor with my family. And one of the points that I made is, why is it then when we think we want to improve a system or change it, that we're always on the outside on bended knee or trying to break down the door? Shouldn't we also be inside the system? And that has been my career. And recently I made the decision that for now, I don't want to go back in the system. I think it's broken. I think there's so much, there are so many good people who are public servants, who do such good work, teachers and firefighters and police officers and nurses and scientists. And so it's not about them, but, I believe, and I always believed, that as fragile as our democracy is, our systems would be strong enough to defend our most fundamental principles. And I think right now that they're not as strong as they need to be, and I just don't want to. For now, I don't want to go back in the system. I want to travel the country. I want to listen to people. I want to talk with people, and I don't want it to be transactional where I'm asking for their vote.
Well, I want to talk about the book, but just to go back to what you just said, is that I have to say, as someone who is very qualified for the presidency, a senator, attorney general of California, a vice president of the United States, and then a very hopeful and dynamic presidential candidate for the 107 days that you had to run. To hear you say that it's broken, to hear you say that our systems aren't strong enough, is harrowing.
Well, but it's also evident, isn't it?
No, it is.
And it is.
It is harrowing. There's almost no curse word bad enough.
But it doesn't mean we give up. That's not my point.
Okay, because that's what I'm hearing. Like, you don't want to be part of the fight anymore.
No, oh, absolutely not. I'm always going to be part of the fight.
Okay,
that is not going to change. I'm absolutely going to be part of the fight.
Yeah. You're not running for the governor of California.
Correct.
Even though
So I just wanted to play that clip, and let me give you my thoughts. So One, we've been saying that the system is broken. It does not work for us. It works for the very wealthy, the very rich. It does not help the American people at all. We, the average everyday Americans, we're always the ones to suffer, no matter what, right? But two, people feel like they're not being listened to. People feel that they go out there, they vote, and then nothing ever changes for them. There's so many more people that are actually registered to vote that just simply does it. And then there's people who are eligible too, but they don't register, they just don't care because they feel that the system is broken. How do we connect to people that feel like this system isn't working for them? And then, more importantly, how do we do for the people? How do we help them? And I think something that's very important that Kamala is addressing is that she wants to actually talk to people and not have it be transactional where you're asking for their vote. Unfortunately, for the last cycle, she only had 107 days and she was put in that position to run as the Democratic nominee. So she didn't have time to really organize or structure a plan or anything like that. She literally was out there asking for votes. Now she gets to do it on her own terms where she's actually talking to the people. Now, she didn't necessarily say she's running for president, but I'm pretty sure that this is going to be something that she is thinking about because she said at this time she's not seeking office right now. So again, that could be in the future as time develops. I think right now is really the testing point, but I hope Kamala stays true to her words and really fix the system. And I think before you hop back in, you need to figure out how you're going to fix it or how you're going to change it. Because what's the point of just hopping into the governorship and then, you're still dealing with a system that's broken? Yeah, you can fight it from quote unquote the inside, but the structure needs to be torn down and built back up. It's funny because a lot of the the people who's the people that look at the zodiac sign astrology. Yeah, they say like every 250 years a nation crumbles or falls down. Next year is America's 250th year. So as I understand, people are expecting it to crumble, this great rebellion or awakening. And hey, maybe it is time for that, but I don't think it's going to be like the old days where they overthrow a government and all that. I think it's going to be through power, but most importantly through the people and talking to the people, organizing the people, and getting them making people feel inspired. I think that's honestly what I try to do with my channel. I'm in the celebrity gossip, black tea sector, but I have an interest in politics because I feel that the reason why people don't care about politics is because they don't know how our government actually works and how it's supposed to help you. Because at the end of the day, these people that we elect, they're supposed to help us, even though 99% of the time we feel like they don't help us. And that's how you know the system is broken. So I like those leftists, them Bernie Sanders leftists. I would like them to speak to this because she's saying everything that you want her to say. It's right there. The system is broken, but for them, because they racist, it's never too good. Let's move on from that. But again, I feel like Kamala is on the right track, like talking to the people, not have it be transactional, like I'm trying to get your vote, even though more than likely she does plan to run for president. I think for right now, it says the president's that she wants to have a conversation with the people and not just out there trying to get their votes or shuck and jive and try to appease people. You know how the election season, the pandering, we always say they like to pander to people. Well, she doesn't want to pander. She wants to speak to the people. And I think that's very important. But let me know how you guys feel in the comments. Would you like Kamala to run in 2028? Or do you think that this is just a bunch of bull and she's just talking just to talk? Or she's out there just trying to sell her book? I mean, hell, it could be a mix of all three, right? But let me know in the comment section. Also, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all for checking out the show. But we out of here, y'all. Deuces, everybody. Love one another and peace in the world. That's what we need. Peace in this world, and especially for the next 4 years. Man.